position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Sooners about to kick it away and get this season started. Coming out with it, it's Pringle. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone is not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to pass, it's Baker. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing.
Turning it on! He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Canes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to ride this running back.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gilbert. At the 35, he's loose. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Works the middle of the field. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. To the air, it's Baker. Takes the easy one to the back. And he
about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bring in the heat. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Makes the grab. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Sooners look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by. And I think that's how defenses treat this guy, too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Pringle. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quarterback moving. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. What an abject disaster by this guy. Running around, never threw it away, and finally forced out of bounds. Big loss forced by the D. And the Canes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, Dave. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Sooners in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a space. Fakes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooner. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Get this drive started from their own 26. They'll try the right side. Breaks into the open. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He now has 53 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. And the Hurricanes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's Pringle. Gets away from one, he's got space. Flying out to the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Now adjusting. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
The pull and throw off the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Makes the grab on third. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting down.
There he goes! A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Back to throw, it's Baker. Going deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Wants to fire on second down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Canes! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Pulled and fired complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the can?
Shooting out of the can with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Finds his man. It's locked. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
The give to the back. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. And the Sooners will try to pick it up on 4th down. Direct snap. Finds a little space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And coaches have their scripts and their play sheets, and they have 4th and short. You know, when you get in these situations, they have plays that they're confident in. Called one here. Great job executing right near midfield.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back gets to give. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Rush is on him. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Back to pass, it's Baker. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll throw it. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Back to throw, it's Baker. Time to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab, it's Pringle. Turning it on. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Miami! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good. They're up 35 to 24. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. Snatches it on the right. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. this will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sacked first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Caught near the sideline, it's Johnson.
Now, these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. This quarterback, part of their running game. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Sooners back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll leave it with him. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got the quick pass. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw it again. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Under fire. Got a wide open receiver. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Oh, what a cut! That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. Breaks into the open. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the mark. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. 1 more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 24. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Really good job running the ball, getting that 1st down. Now here comes the tempo.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Throws to the back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped but not before. Getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Baker. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Nice job by the D. Playing the pass first. QB scrambles. It's the 4th quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thank you. I didn't even have to waste a timeout. Nice job by the D.
And the Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be... the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. Listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over.
He wants to take the top off. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield. Got his man. Still running at the 40. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because...
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Analytics here, and you go for 2. They want to throw it. Quickly complete. He goes in for the 2, and we have a 10-point game. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Grab behind the line. It's Gilbert. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 21 over Illinois. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Blasted as he lets it go. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw again. Release to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down. You still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Unloads to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. This win, guys, if they can finish it off behind this passing attack today, figures to vault them several notches up in the rankings and serve notice of what they're capable of.
It's funny, we're watching this one now, and some people may be surprised because of the numbers besides each of the team's names. By the end of the year, though, this may have been an obvious decision because of how well this team throws the football, David. They are electric through the air.
And listen, it's still early in the season, but you're proving your passing attack, and you're proving you've got an offense to be dealt with. And you're also putting this one on the schedule for the playoff committee to circle and say, there's a top 10 win. Please continue to rise me up the charts.
With the clock running, this should be the final play.